Halo guys, balik lagi dengan saya Gaming. Oke, kali ini kita mau mainkan game Call of Juarez. Oke, langsung saja. Ya, langsung saja. Kita langsung skip aja.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that son of a bitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
You heard Pat. Need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that zombie!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Fire at will! Spread out!
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out of it.
Stay on it! Cover and
So
fire!
that's just what I did. As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County. Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off. Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there. Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah. A lot of them were saddle tramps, sod busters, or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks. Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Drop! Watch your flank!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house.
Langsung kita masuk aja.
I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Bolger.
Rat in a trap!
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window.
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of.
Langsung
Anyway,
kita
we
perang
were
lagi.
surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm. I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on.
Wis, sabar. Reload dulu.
That's when Charlie got hit. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Wis. Di atas nih. Sabar, sabar. Yuk. Susah aja. Ya. Bang, bang, bang. Bang. Biar bukan pistol.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy.
Wis,
And
kena
maybe
dua.
discretion is the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that
Siap.
order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it?
Run for it! Those poor sons of bitches are
Many
done
would have
for.
fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Garrett, this Joshing.
Bisa
Yeah,
sebentar.
he better be.
Mr. Graves, please continue.
Kita ke atas.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
We were heading for the bar.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Tewas semua.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah. And just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
Tahan dulu. Reload dulu. Tuh. Cuman udah jauh satu.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach.
Ini ayam.
After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves
Iseng
to some
doang.
fried chicken. And that's when I met Sheriff
Kita
Pat
ketemu
Garrett.
sheriff.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Di sini kita quick draw ya guys ya. Auto duel.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Bakal stand off gitu. Headshot.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. And stepped inside, and last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
Nah,
And go
di
on.
sini kita
How
masuk
did it
penjara
end?
ya guys.
And-
Gara-gara
Boy, that was just the
Oke,
beginning.
mantap, chapter 1 selesai. Kita lanjut ke chapter 2.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
Oke, ini kita akan masuk ke dalam gamenya.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after.
Ini di
He was
penjara
with
ya.
John Kinney's gang.